Before we recorded on Respite, we joined the day before to get a head start. Our first impressions were actually very positive. There was a lot of wacky shit, but overall it seemed like that the server was trying to play its concept straight. There was a very large variety of characters to interact with, and the map layout was fantastic. There was even a little bit of a sense of atmosphere, which I enjoyed for the brief time it was there. An admin took notice of us and decided to give us a little bit of a quest line. He's the wolf that you're going to see in these images. I thought that it was some kind of furry thing at first, but it turns out the character was lifted from a video game. We were chased around by him for a little bit before we confronted him. We tried out a bit of the combat system, which was obviously inspired by 5YM5's overruled cyberpunk rule set. We left pretty excited to play the next day, not knowing that the server would actually take the biggest nosedive that I've ever seen.
TeamSpeak is really good.
I don't know, let's play Respite. Stop playing that cringe incel, like, barbarian
Well,
simulator.
once you join, let me know and I'll hop in. I'll just literally alt tab.
I'm joining.
To go.
I'm joining right now. Dude, this guy's about to
make the art for him.
Yeah, this guy, I don't know, he seems to have made the art for himself. But I don't know, oh yeah, look, it's the fucking... I mean, what are we supposed to feel? I mean, this is just some kind of Asian woman, right? Like, what kind of subtext are we supposed to be getting here?
You're taking over, man. Just red pill your audience. It's just a bunch of 9-year-olds anyway.
It's a bunch of 12-year-olds. A bunch of fucking 12-ies.
It's 9-year-olds and people trying to get a compromat on you.
What is that?
That means compromising information.
Who's been trying to do that? Are they looking? Are they looking for the fucking Minge video that I uploaded and made public?
Nah, it's just cringy shit you may do or say.
Are they looking for the video where I justified like minging on some mediocre server, and I gave like some like moralizing excuse before I started doing it? You know what's funny is that I never actually like expanded upon that. You know, I really should have talked about that story because it's pretty funny.
You should do it now.
Yeah, that was the server. I can't talk about it now.
Wow, dude, how are we going to film this then?
I can't talk about the LSD story. I'll talk about anything but that. You know.
Yeah, sure. I'll bring something up and you'll be like, oh, I can't talk about that either. Or
yeah, there's some forbidden subjects here that I can't talk about.
About the gore story.
That you can talk about that one. That one was pretty funny. So here we have the menu screen. This is like the Windows 8 of roleplay. If you really think about it, then what happened was that Alex Grist is basically just kind of like Bill Gates, you know, and he came out with Clockwork, which is Windows XP. And that's like the software that everyone still uses even years after its release. All right, let's start our character here. My character is Taylor Quick. He's a wannabe. He's a poser. You'll see his pack really quick. This server gives you pack. You can make anything in pack here. There's not a lot of argumentation that goes on between the players and the admins. You can make anything you want pretty much, as long as you're not playing as a monster. If you're playing as a monster, they're probably going to pull you aside and they're going to tell you something about you not fitting the lore or you not getting authorization or something like that. Fortunately, if you go on their forums, you can apply for these authorizations and then you can have special characters or special authorizations to do so. An important detail you need to know about the server is actually, this map that they're using right now isn't really that flattering, but you can kind of get the impression of the spawn room here. When you spawn in the server, don't expect a lot of explanation or context. I'll show you what the inventory looks like. This is using NutScript as a base. You can see the inventory looks like the Tetris system that they constantly use in NutScript servers from 1.0 and onwards. And you spawn with a single book called Drifter OOC. It's an item that gives you an introduction to the Drifter character. When you create a character, you have a choice between a Drifter or a Plastic. My character is a Drifter. And even though this book promised a lot, it doesn't actually give you much information. And there's really no reason for it to be an OOC book. It should just be an IC book, and there should be a little more information, because otherwise you don't know where to go from here.
Does it cover plastics?
It doesn't cover plastics. So the thing about the plastics is the Drifter is just a normal human. So I'm playing as a human right now. But a plastic is a person made of plastic, and they're dolls that walk around. And I don't really understand. I don't really know what was trying to. I don't know what the point of it is. You know, it's just some kind of shadowy lore tidbit that never needs to be explained. I asked some admins for explanations. This guy named Wolf, I asked him. He told me that there is only an IC reason for the plastics. You can't find out what they are OC. Which is, I guess, that's kind of fair, because, you know, you're playing a character and you need to find out everything IC. So, I did find another book called Respites. It's the namesake of the server, and when you open up the document, it kind of just, it gives you more mystical bullshit that, you know, you really don't want to bother reading, you know. I asked for some information, but I didn't ask for this much information, especially considering half of it is just all just kind of, it's like some kind of bizarre, it's like some bizarre ritual shit, basically.
Vague schlock.
Yeah, it's schlock, and they overuse the word respite. Like, they think it's clever that they're gonna use the server's namesake over and over and over again, and after hearing like a third respite, you know, you just kind of get tired. But I don't know. That's just me. Maybe there's some kind of narrative significance here. Oh, okay. Now, alright, yeah. So you see, if this was any shorter, I would have known what the plastics are. But because I didn't want to read this because it was so long and full of bullshit, I won't know what the plastics are, because this is just right here. It says what the plastics are. So, plastics will grow food for themselves and create themselves a home if left to their own devices. They're loyal to the drifter's every command. Okay, so that's pretty interesting. So apparently, I met a plastic before. I could give them commands, and apparently they'll listen. So I guess they're like.
That explains the mute, but it opens up quite a few interesting character opportunities, you know? I wonder what we can order this plastic.
Pretty much everything else in this lore basically just kind of implies that this is some kind of nightmarish dream world. The previous map was, if I recall correctly, it was some kind of East Coast GTA style map where it was in a New York type city, and now we're on a bridge map. I don't know what that entails, but we're about to find out. So we did play the server before. I believe I explained already in the introduction. I collected some items. We ran into the elusive character who equipped us with weapons. I have a baseball bat. I have a WRONG or 0NG. The model is a UMP, so I expect some tactical shit. But like when I open it up here, you'll see that the view model doesn't really match. And now this is where the script heavy shit comes in. We have the fabricator, and this basically just lets you craft ammo by it's a very primitive crafting system. You loot the map for items, and then you come here and then you create items that you can wear, or ammo that you can shoot, armor you can wear, communication devices you can use. I don't really see the point of it, primarily because there's just no point in splitting up here. Because I'll get into that in a little bit, but basically there's really not a whole lot to the gameplay loop of the server. So right here we have a safe box, and I guess it's equivalent to the Phase 4 loot boxes that you would have, where you put something in it and then you find it somewhere else on the map. You open it up and it will still have your persistent items inside of it. So it's like it's a lot like the personal locker from Phase 4. Outpost Foxtrot.
I love the font.
What the fuck kind of font is that, dude? It looks like a movie poster. So apparently the owner of the server, Chancer, is never on except for map change events. A map change event which we missed. It's pretty strange that he chose this map. I don't know who chose the map, but I think it looks like shit, personally. Yeah, so trade post, something like this. I don't know what he was thinking with. The previous map, I actually felt pretty immersed, but this map just kind of feels like, it feels like the hallways from Fear, from the first Fear game.
I'm getting Half-Life 2 RP Outland vibes, to be honest.
It feels like it should be an Alan's map, but I haven't actually seen any Fortress. Actually, I'm getting some vibe, like some, what are those books that you used to read in middle school, like the Hunger Games and shit like that? What are they called? The young adult books? Left or right? Do we have to flip a coin?
Roll out of 2.
We'll flip a coin like some other coin flips I do whenever I review servers.
Fog setting in for you?
Yeah, so it seems like that there's some kind of fog zone. Yeah, this kind of looks like ass, I'm not gonna lie.
I don't think you can do it.
Yeah, so this is basically the part where they try to pretend that this is some kind of survival horror server, but honestly, most of the horror just kind of seems annoying more than anything.
I love when I roleplay and then I have an NPC run into my room and
so a lot of the horror moments just seem to be your roleplay getting interrupted by an admin spawned NPC.
You got your weapon ready?
I got my weapon ready, yeah.
Okay.
Bad guy. Whew! Yeah, okay, that's pretty gory.
Oh, there's more coming at the door over here. It's the baby again. He's down.
I hope this guy doesn't have a ranged attack.
Really loud.
He's got good reaction times. I'm gonna back up a little. Hey, can you hit him from behind? Yeah, good job.
Yeah, I just did. I can keep switching. There we go. Alright, you just dropped an item as you can see, but it's just some meat.
Yeah, it's just some meat. It's like your standard mystery meat item that you get sick from eating, probably. So I don't know what's wrong. Okay, yeah, we got some guys here. Oh, this guy looks kind of funny.
Go up the stairs.
You want to do the same strategy where I pull him in, like I kite him and then you hit him from behind?
Yeah, we'll just bait and switch over now.
Alright, go ahead.
Oh, my weapon
Take
was
him out.
raised. The range on the axe seems to be a little bit better. The one you have. Oh, there's a second guy here behind
Yeah,
you.
he's behind you. I'll cover you.
There we go.
My health is
Seems
pretty
like
low.
if you work in a group, it really pays off.
Yeah, I took a lot of hits though, but I don't think it's too bad.
This one doesn't have a head, so be careful. Or I guess it does. It just dropped down.
There's a piece of paper here.
What does it say? It's a residence. And they've adopted someone. Brittany.
I'm gonna get into character now. So this person is obviously using pack. They're obviously not in character, but we'll see.
But yeah, so
Hey,
I guess
hey, can you look at my character and see if my Armenian flag pin is on?
your pack is off actually. It just disappeared. Can I help?
Yeah, they're working on their next anime pack. They don't want to be disturbed.
Uh-oh.
The jive between OC combat and RP is can kind of get messed with a little when you're in situations like this. So the babies go down fast, but if they swarm you, they can do some pretty good damage, especially if you don't if you're not expecting it. I'm gonna use a medical item.
Do you still have the bandages I gave you on the last map?
I still have the bandages, yeah. So you're healed when you use this. There's really no deep medical system. It just seems as if certain items give you certain amounts of health. You don't really need to think too much about what you actually use. I'm gonna do something, hold on.
What if they explode like in Dead Space?
We're gonna have to find that out.
Alright.
Dude, that's some begotten shit. Around?
He's stuck, so we could probably kill the baby first and then kill this poor guy. They have really big range.
Yeah,
So
it
you
seems
might
like...
wanna-
Whoa!
Yep. Quick reaction, I suppose.
Yeah,
Really wanna
no matter
fuck
you know,
back these
yeah,
shit.
no matter how many scripted NPCs they throw at you, it doesn't really seem like that there's actually much horror that goes on in the
Warned
server.
that the whole time ago because
This
of
is
the
something
whole
I should have
bonus.
actually clarified a little early on. So at the beginning of the server, when you make your character, I'll make a character really quick to demonstrate this. You can create your character. You can pick your. I'm gonna make it plastic.
May as well. Even though it doesn't explain how to play one.
I'm just gonna give him some random model. I don't know, maybe it'll be a...
Maybe the plastics, maybe they do actually start with an item that explains, like, what is a plastic, how do you play one, so on. Because some of them can speak, some of them can't. It's really not explained that well.
So here's the traits. You can hover over each trait and it'll give you a tooltip. So let's say I wanted to do Executioner. I would get, there's like a little, there's a little bit of a self-indulgent quote right here that you can read that I guess it's kind of like a joke or something like that. And then also it'll give you a summary of the ability. So I can execute enemies with firearms in certain situations. I think that's a role using the combat system. So I can add that. You can add 3 of them. If I was a bodyguard, I can start with an armored vest. I chose bodyguard for my main character, and so on and so forth. You can. There's a ton of these. You can spend all day scrolling through what each of these do. There's language ones too, which kind of remind me of the language options in Combine Control. I asked an admin to give me the Russian language, but he gave me one on top of 3 other traits I selected, which apparently is not supposed to be possible. But it didn't really seem like the admin really thought anything of it, so I never really brought it up. Yeah, there's also some, 7 deadly sins, type shit, on this list. It's pretty interesting. These are probably like the skulls from Halo or something like that you pick, and it adds some gameplay fucking flip. Oddly enough, I get some hallucinations on my character. They're like /ITs that happen randomly. It doesn't seem like it doesn't seem like that it's something that is restricted to my character. It seems like something that maybe everyone gets, but I'm still not exactly sure. I usually ignore them as they come. Yeah.
Oh, there's monsters over here. Careful, it's one of the fast ones. If you crouch down and hit them, it's really helpful. There we go. I'm gonna learn how to face these
So yeah, it seems like that, I had a little talk with an admin. That admin was named Sunshine. I think he's joining the server right now. He explained to me how the majority of the people that play the server are not even old enough to vote, much less drive. And basically, they just kind of run around and they don't really play a character. They just play themselves. Collective home, please knock or I'll knock your block off.
Is it like a commune?
Oh shit!
Oh.
He says, it was unlocked. Come on in. Alright, let's talk to this fucking Metro cop.
I think that's a woman? I'm not sure. Whoa, he's just switched. Oh, I see what he's doing. Uh-oh. That's some interesting roleplay. This is Warren Charles. Horde Shank.
Why does it use like a female rig?
That is a female model, I believe, which is rather suspicious, but...
Alright, here's the man of the hour. This is Animus. Voice, feminine with a static hiss. What the fuck was meant by that model? Why do people love androgynous RP in the server? It says it's a creature, but I'm not exactly sure what to get from the model. Whoa! Did you see that?
Uh-huh.
Has my Armenian flag patch on?
Do not look to your right. Do not.
Alright, I'm gonna look to my right.
Oh, I forgot about that. There's a system called the Red Mist, where basically if you attack another player, you'll be prevented from killing them, or you'll be severely punished.
I want to know why this James Treble guy is so tiny. This Warren Charles guy has the IQ of a fucking chicken. He's a fucking sentient cornstalk.
Sentient soy.
The deep soy theory.
Do not speak about it. Do not think about it.
Proceed with caution.
Oh god!
What the fuck is this guy's problem?
Oh, no.
But not fucking satire at all. Dude, I have to remind myself sometimes that this is supposed to be like tying into real life. And that really fucks with me.
Dude, so nobody can even... There's no punishment for losing a limb. You just get to grow a new one, I suppose. The whole point is that you can't even kill another player. You will get punished in, like... I mean, when I was playing on Respite, I know I wouldn't mention the old
Yeah,
Respite.
make sure not to...
No, like, whenever I attacked another player,
Make
The
sure not
whole
to kill
server
this
would be
bitch because she's gonna impale you with her fucking galaxy sword.
and interacting like a normal person is. What was that sound? Is that a man hack? Yeah, basically if you start attacking another player, the red mist happens and bad stuff happens. What happened to me is I was trying to defend myself against another person, but I got the upper hand, and I was about to kill him because he was a maniac, and my right arm, it turned into like a werewolf arm, and it deformed, and I was in real pain from that. And as soon as I stopped attacking him, the red mist went away. So it's basically a system on the server where you cannot kill another character because you'll be really punished. It's kind of what I'd expect, because even this system with losing limbs and you being able to grow them back, there's no punishment. That's why this guy has lived for 2 years. And he's able to
yeah, this guy's never gonna fucking die. He's not gonna die until the server ends.
There's probably even a resurrection or something.
Dude, this guy has no idea what he's talking. He's just like diverting to like I don't know what he's talking about.
What?
Dude, /IT in black text. God is dead. Dude, where the fuck did that come from? Oh no! Oh no! No! Alright, dude, I gotta red pill these people. Dude, I think it's supposed to be like a
Is that like 3 characters?
alternate personality.
He has one of them disorders.
Just looking for fun. Dude, this is the server where the estrogen gets into the fucking water supply. Like, one of the side effects of the respite or whatever the fuck this lore is that like the water supply just gets tainted with fucking estrogen. Or I don't know, the respites give out like estrogen pills to fucking make everyone fucking like this guy.
Holy shit, have you seen this as well?
Oh shit.
Dude!
Dude, that got me. Oh, dude, what's this light?
Is it turning red for you now?
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Dude, I feel like this is just some admin fucking with like some like color modify shit or like some kind of like some kind of light.
I'm actually checking the map right now, it's only for us. They locked us out of spawn, this was our only safe area we could have went to. The ants, they whisper to me. Let's fucking save them. Oh, he actually set me on fire? What an asshole, I had to run back. Is he going to kill us? We've insulted the tranny, this is the punishment we get. We've sinned!
Forgive me, Father, for I have sinned. I've insulted the transgender.
Are we supposed to fight these? Like, are they NPCs? I'm kind of worried because this isn't the wolf doing it to us, it's another admin, so...
Well, you're wearing like a firefighter's uniform, so you're probably gonna be good.
Oh, I guess there's nothing we can do even if we shoot at the donut.
Dude, is this like a planned PK?
Or let's go back to back, I guess. It's our only choice, being surrounded.
Dude, this is a Kino moment. Yeah, so this is what I like to call, this is what I like to call your standard get the fuck out role player. And basically what they do is that you ever walk into their little zones, you ever walk into their you ever walk into their role play, they'll just tell you to get the fuck out. You know, they won't actually actually interact with you or do anything with you in any meaningful way. They'll just tell you to get the fuck out because you're simply not allowed to be here. I don't know why this guy wants me to get out, but usually it's because you're intruding on some nice, some hot ERP, which I might have been doing, considering that the fucking hot plastic bitch just walked out. We'll see what's going on here. I'm gonna ask some more questions. That was unimpressive to say the least. I think I'm gonna try to find out what ammo I can create, so I might refocus my efforts into scavenging some ammo and creating some for my SMG. Not that it's gonna matter. Not that it matters, because it's literally impossible to kill characters in the server. You know, speaking of Chancer, who is this guy? You know, why did he write this lore? You know, what is his game? Why doesn't he
write the lore? Did you seriously just say that?
Doesn't he write the lore? I mean, he's the owner, right?
Yeah, but he hasn't written any lore. There's no lore, man.
Who wrote the lore?
There's no lore. There is no lore.
Well, I mean, I get that there's no lore, but you know, the stuff they want me to make you think. Stuff they want, like the stuff that they write to make you think that there's a lore. Who writes that? It's probably him, right?
Probably. I don't even know. Just there's nothing. It's decided it's 6 hook and bait.
So who is this guy? You know, why isn't he around? Why is the server just being strung along by these fucking admins who some of them are admittedly pretty good? I feel like that there should be like a further. We should look further into his personality of this guy. Who is this guy? Like, he's like an enigma.
He's not really an enigma. He's just a slave. He's a code slave, a little monkey walking at his.
But we have to ask ourselves the hard questions, like where's his true allegiances lie? Like, you know, why is he playing so much Cyberpunk 2119 instead of on his own resident server that he codes for?
Because he coded for them, and in return they give him some benefits.
Oh yeah, that's pretty nice.
I wonder what those benefits include. I heard something about a special character or something.
Yeah, something like that.
Talking about. I mean, I may say it as a joke, but honestly.
Dude, a priest just played the server, and he saw this, and he was like, "Nope, not happening."
Oh yes, he started an Ascensions and Sapiens debate. Man, I'm read up on this. I can really get in if you want. Is he a revisionist who believes like pets get to go to heaven?
That's what it sounds like.
My mommy told me my pet can go to heaven if I come with her.
Dude, imagine liking animals so much that you believe that. Dude, so far the only fun I've had on the server is like religious debate, Kino. That's it. Dude, I don't have any idea what inspires these people to stand in these little groups around spawn and just roleplay about absolutely fucking nothing. It doesn't even seem like the type of server where you could actually hold people up and you know, fuck with people, because it just seems like that you'll get banned the first time you try to do it.
No, the red mist is going to happen. What are you even recording right now? Like, what are you doing?
Dude, James Treble just ran up to me. James Treble would suddenly fucking appear, holding his phase knife, putting it away, seeming a bit bored. So how are you doing?
Really? Is that what he said?
How do I respond to this? I'm standing in the middle of the desert. This guy just fucking runs up to me. How do I...
Dude, wait for me. I'm gonna come up behind him.
I don't fucking know what to do. I don't know what to say. I don't fucking know, man. He says, like, he just said an LOC to clarify, because I don't think, you know, he thought I knew. He said, essentially, he teleports the fuck in front of you. What the fuck do I do here? What am I supposed to fucking do? What do I do here? Oh, you're...
Dude, I want to see this.
Dude, the cock model failed to download. Server returned code 404, but everything else is downloading. Styrofoam's threatening to ban him. No penis, no pack. So here's the deal. Respite had a pretty good first impression. I'd say it was above average. The admin Sunshine, who strung us along in the beginning, gave us a pretty cool quest to do from the get-go, and he obviously respected our capabilities to roleplay, something which the rest of the server seemed to lack. Considering what we've seen so far, that seems to be the case. You've got a lot of people around here acting like they're pretty much 12. They don't seem to have any English skills whatsoever. They play half-baked self-inserts, and they generally act out of character for someone who's been trapped in some kind of interdimensional cataclysm or whatever the fuck the server is supposed to be. Some of the admins are good, like Sunshine, and the rest seem to be unnoteworthy or incompetent with varying but usually poor skills of establishing story arcs. As for the script itself, despite being one of the more complete nut script schemas I've seen, there isn't really much to be impressed by. The actual premise of the server seems to be in question the more I play it, as it promises a dark and gritty world with an oppressive atmosphere. What it delivers, though, is a completely different story. It gives you a poor experience where it basically just keeps begging you to suspend your fucking disbelief. There's no stakes because it just asks you to leave pretty much all of your investment at the door. You know, you don't know who your character is or why they're here, you just know that you are here. You don't know anything about the world that came before this, and it just makes the entire premise nonsensical. The only investment other characters have in the server are weapons and items, which is pretty shallow in itself. The server is a horror server, but there isn't really much horrific about it. It's just a lot of, you know, NPCs that spawn inconveniently, and they attack you, and they interrupt the flow of roleplay. I would have liked to see more story, but after playing for about a week, the only person who actually has authority over the mainline arc has been completely AWOL. Chancer is obviously some kind of recluse with investments elsewhere. I think I'll be talking about that elsewhere in a future video, actually, so stay tuned for that.